every thing that you are online has
Yes.
to point to the right person, right places, right. If it's not, then Google doesn't know who you are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, as tedious as it may be, this is the stuff that we do to help local businesses rank. Um, and not only rank, but if somebody comes to your website and they try to go to your website and it's not working, then you've lost that person. All right, so I'm here with Alan Sedin, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do a audit report of his online presence and his social media. And so let me go and pull up the audit report that we usually use for this exercise that we do. We do it internally, but we also do it for our clients. Alan, he's a solopreneur, and what is his name, address, and phone number, right? Um, when people pay you, Alan, how do they pay you?
Uh, Corporates, they pay me by check, or people pay me on the spot when I'm a
I know.
character.
So but what are they payable to?
Alan Sedin, my name.
Okay, so you know, Alan Sedin is hypothetically it's the name that you associate yourself because that's how they pay you, right? So if, like for example, if people pay me, they will pay me to my company, K Madison Media, right?
Yeah.
Or um, in your case, it's Alan Sedin, and your address on file is or let me just take a look. I'm not even sure if let me see here. Let me Google you and Alan Sedin. And you probably don't have your address on file. Um, Let me see. I know you have yeah, I know you have a Google. I don't think you have your set on, you don't visibly show your address, but um and for the sake of this recording, we're not going to release, or I know what your address is, but for the sake of the recording, we're not going to put the address. But I will put in here later on, okay?
That's fine.
Um, Phone number that you use currently. So that is your cell phone, I assume.
That's correct.
Okay. Um, I also know that you also have a number in Pro 360. Um, would you happen to know that by heart or no?
No, not at the moment. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna just look it up while I um let's see here.
Just just read it off, Paul, and I'll take note of it myself.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm looking at my other screen and pulling up your account, and the phone number that's on Pro 360 is, let's see here, is that one. So we'll put that as pro360.io, okay? Um Service area, okay?
Yep.
Um it is, what would you say? Is it Winnipeg,
Uh,
uh Man
Prairies, yeah.
Manitoba, how do you spell Manitoba?
That's okay. Manitoba, MAN,
MAN.
uh, ITOBA. So Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Northwest Ontario.
Manitoba. Is that how you spell it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have a specific tagline?
Tagline, caricature artist, would that be it? Kind of a thing, because that's what I do.
Um, well, I don't think you really have a tagline, but some businesses may or may not have a tagline, or But it's fine. We'll just leave it blank for now, okay?
Okay.
Your website is alansedin.com, right?
Hmm.
.ca, it's .ca. And then when I look at this website, actually, I'm just gonna copy that over here. Um, Now, what is a CTA? So CTA, you have a couple of, I think three really that I see, right? No, actually, yeah, three is basically when I say CTA, it's basically what do you want people to do, right? There's three things that I see that you want people to do, right? You want them to either go um, to your schedule, check out your schedule, right?
And people do. People really like it because it's updated. I've heard so many comments where people would go to a schedule and
Uh-huh.
say, "Wow, yours is actually up to date."
So, one thing I did mention to wanted to mention to you is that you want to. I don't know if these dates are solidified because they're 2024 and doesn't show 2025.
Yeah, I got to get a hold of Ken. He still has to send me the email, but
Okay.
up above there, I stated those were last year dates. However,
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I see. Okay. So, so your call to action is check out your schedule. And then the other one is your get quote. And then the other one that I see is the course that you're trying to promote, right?
yes,
Okay, those are pretty much the three uh, CTAs, and so I would typically put in the link here, but for the sake of this video and training, I'm going to just put link. I'll just say get link later, and then get link later. Okay, so I would typically put that in here, right?
yes.
Get link later. Okay, and then um, this is dated 2/7. So later on, typically with our clients, what we do is we would like a year later, if there's any changes, then we would keep the updated one in here, and then we would keep the previous one with the date on it. We'll put it down here. So um,
Here, here's something to food for thought on. Like we were talking yesterday, counted up the events I for 2024 that I got from my agent, the events I got for myself, and for a Deer Lodge Hospital as an entertainer for senior citizen complexes. I got those would be a I'd love to have those in there if possible, Paul.
wait, say that again.
Like I yesterday in our call 2024, I checked out my wall calendar and I found how many gigs I had by myself, how many gigs my agent got me, and how many gigs I got as an entertainer for hospitals.
Okay,
Could we put those in there if I read them off to you?
in here.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me clarify what I'm doing here. Okay.
sure.
What I'm doing here, okay, um, let me stop sharing. What I'm doing here is what's called a audit report, auditing.
Okay.
Okay. What's the purpose of an audit report? Your online presence.
Just to find out how it's going last year, and then we got compared this year to next year.
Right. So what I'm doing is I'm checking out your all of your online presence, your website, your social media, and I'm looking at it, analyzing it, and also just documenting what I see online. Okay?
Okay, very good.
What you're talking about is more, we were talking yesterday about what comparing how you did last year and what you can improve next year.
Yeah,
Okay? So what we because you know a lot of businesses when you think about how can I improve next year, and when it comes to online presence or whether it comes to revenue or marketing, you have to look at what you did last year and see what's working and what's not working, and then and see what you can improve. The same thing, goes to um, your online presence,
Okay,
right?
very good.
Okay, that's what
Very
I'm
good.
doing. Okay, so let me
Yeah.
so this one is really um, I put in here in the about. So um, I'm gonna just put in here, just copy that, and this is your description about who you are. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Note, is not mentioned in the footer and about page. So these are some of the things that I look for, right?
Yeah.
And when I look at your website in the about and the footer, is there a nap? And I don't see your. These are some of the things that I probably have to go back to my website designer and probably need to add in here because there is no ad. There's Alan Sedin, but there's no ad. There's no phone number here. Okay.
Okay.
Now, whether you want your phone number here or not, that's a whole different question. Um,
You can put it in.
okay, so that will solidify, that will make it better. So I will put in here note. Okay. Um, so what I'll put in here, I would pretty much check that out, and then I will put a note here saying that we need to add his phone number to website. Okay. Um, is there a mention of service area niches? And so I think when we created your website, it was a very basic bare bone, meaning, we just put it up really quickly as possible. Um, and probably what we need to do in the future is to put in here your service areas, okay? Um, and so we need to add service areas, okay, to website, okay? Um, Niche location is very similar um, here as well. Now, this ha all has to do with SEO because at the end of the day, like, when Google is looking for certain information, and the more
Mhm.
information they know about you, Google's going to index it, and then you're going to pop up when people are searching for a specific thing.
That's
Okay.
right.
Um, does it establish when, yes. Okay. Um, and social media. There's one thing that I just meant. I actually looked at it today, and there, um, we need to add social media links, icons, and oops, icons and links. Okay. So I took a look at that, and that's pretty much um, it for now. Okay. And then we go now to your Google Business Profile, right?
Hmm.
Let's see here. Google Maps, and then I think it's Carditure. I already know it because um, I think set it up for you at one point. So that is it. I'm going to click the share button and copy this link here. And I'm going to put the URL down here. Now, what is the call to action? Typically on these are, the website, and then I don't know if there is a phone, oh, there is a phone number, so it's website and phone. Okay. So
Hmm.
the call to action is your website and your phone. Now, let me just close out this and Alan Sedin, it looks okay, right? And then let's see here. What is there a description? All right, so I see immediately let's see, there is no description. So, um, name, address, and phone. Your address is invisible. Okay, and then the other thing that we need to make note is need to add. I don't think we've ever done a optimization on your Google Business Profile. So this is something that we need to add. We need to add need to add description to your GBP. Okay,
Hmm.
and there is there is no description. Okay,
Yes.
then primary owner. So we put in here, this is like whoever owns um the um the Google Business Profile, and I believe it's your Gmail, okay, at gmail.com. So, and that's pretty much it for now. I mean, I don't see any blaring issues. You have a lot of number of reviews. With our help, you were able to get a lot of reviews, and there's a lot of photos in here. So, um, you should continue to keep that up. Okay. All right. To YouTube. Now, I think this is where um, you actually have two YouTube channels, right? You
That's
have
correct.
one that says Caricature by Alan Sedane, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take this and copy twice because I know you have two YouTube channels. YouTube channel number one and YouTube channel number two. Okay. And the first one is oops, let's call it Caricature by Alan Sedine. Yeah, paste. And we're gonna put the URL in there. Let's go to it. And it's YouTube Alan Sedane. Okay. And put the link there. And your call to action, let's see here. In the more, all right, so I see right there that it's alansadine.com. So that has to be updated. So as you can see, it's not working. Okay. So all these come into play, right? What I mean by all, so every thing that you are online has
Yes.
to point to the right person, right places, right. If it's not, then Google doesn't know who you are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, as tedious as it may be, this is the stuff that we do to help local businesses rank. Um, and not only rank, but if somebody comes to your website and they try to go to your website and it's not working, then you've lost that person.
Yeah.
Okay. So um, it's alansadine.com. And then I'll put a note here is that his website link to website needs to be updated, right? Okay. And let's see what else is there. So we put in here, you have a description, and so I'm going to copy this description. Now, there's a couple of things that we have to do. Right now, all I'm doing is I'm documenting and picking up things that needs to be updated, right? We have a whole checklist of things that we do internally to help. Um, there's no like even in here, there's no call to action, right?
Okay.
There should be like I'm not telling you to do this, but you have to think about it. Yeah, every place that people go, whether social media or on your website, you got to give them a place to go to either capture their information or to purchase something from you,
Okay.
right? There's nothing in here. It just tells you who you are. I mean, it's not it's not incorrect, right? But
I
you
just
want
know. better.
No, no, yeah, I mean that's fine. Okay. So I'm gonna put in here current paste here. Let me see what else. Uh, there should also be, you also have the ability to put your other social media in here, links. You just don't know about them, right? Okay.
That's
And
great.
so let's see here. Um, conduct a YouTube search. I just did that. I checked the description, the NAP. You should actually put a NAP. Should also put a phone number in your YouTube as well. Links to website. The reason I put in here, okay, Alan, I put in here the Pro 360 and your cell phone number because I'm telling you right now, you may think that right now you don't mind giving out your cell phone number,
Okay.
but do you want somebody calling you at 1 o'clock in the morning?
No.
Okay, so that is something that you have to really consider, right? If you're a real estate agent, right, they live off their phone, so they probably turn their phone off. Or some agents may pick up the phone. I don't know, right? I know that when I was in real estate before, I used to be, and I used to get calls in the middle of the night. I used to do a lot of distressed properties, and I would get homeowners calling me in the middle of the night, like distressed. You know what I'm saying? And you like, I work is work, but at the same time, I help people, but at the same time, I don't want to, get a call 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning from a homeowner that is being foreclosed on, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. So just for you to think about. Okay, so we're going here. We checked out probably need to add social media links, right? Then review your description and let me see what else. I would say there's a banner. You probably want to add a banner. So these are some of the things that we do as part of, what we do. Okay. Um, add banner. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I see that. Okay, you have 5 subscribers and 16 videos. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a note here. So cheer. Okay, you have 5 subscribers and 16 videos. Okay. Now you have another YouTube channel. I know.
Uncle Louis the Millwright.
Right, Uncle Louis the Millwright. Okay. Um, hey, there you are. You're in my channel. Um, so okay, this just tells me that you, Uncle Louis the Millwright. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't show up for some reason. I don't know.
Okay. So I know that I've seen that page before, right?
Yeah.
So what that tells me is that most likely people are not gonna search you by typing in Uncle Louis the Millwright
Yeah.
because they don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Most people are not gonna know what that is, and you're not gonna be found by that.
Okay.
Okay. Um, the reason I wanted to check it out was because I wanted to see how many subscribers you had, but I would say that we should focus on um we should look at that page and see if um
The reason why I had it made is because I was scared somebody would take, because the name is copyright up here. It's a trademark up here in Canada. I didn't want somebody in the States to take it. So that's why I made a YouTube channel of Uncle Louis the Millwright.
okay. So if that's the case, let's let's take a look and see if Uncle Louis the Millwright. Right. So I don't know if I typed it right or wrong, or um, maybe I didn't. Oh no, I didn't type. I didn't spell it quite. Uncle Uncle Louis the Millwright. Let's try that. Oh, there we go. All right. So well, there we go. Okay. So got that because you have a trademark. Now that's a whole different discussion in what you want to do with that because um in my opinion right now, right? Uncle Louis the Millwright is it's a different entity than Alan Sedane,
Understand.
right? And you're trying to you know uh this is where entrepreneurs like you can't try to do multiple things at the same time. You know, you got to focus on one, and then what having a discussion on Uncle Mill is probably not a conversation that we should have today, but
That's
um
fine.
so let's move on to your Facebook, right?
Okay.
Your personal Facebook is what? It's
Um, Alan Sedin, I got three accounts.
okay,
Um,
Alan Sedane.
yeah,
Now, is this your
that'd be the primary one. That would be,
that's your personal account?
that's
Wait,
right.
but it says that's the intro. But I don't think this is your page. I don't think this is your personal account. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
okay, here, let me go here, and then if I type in here, and so I click on this, right? View profile. Well, actually, this is you. So this is where I get confused. Like when you log into your Facebook, right? So like if I go to my personal account, my personal is I have this is my personal account, which is Paul Y. Kim, right? I have a page which is Paul Kim 360.
Hmm.
So when you log into your Facebook, what is your URL for your personal page? Because I think this is your personal page.
Okay. Oh boy, you got me on that URL. Because I know I got three, and because you talked to me, oh, quite some time back about this. It's okay to have three, but I would notice when I would do a live video, it would show up as a reel or a story when I
Okay.
wanted, yeah, and so forth. But
All
talk
right.
about that later.
Okay. So let me I know you have one for Uncle Louis the Millwright. Okay.
Ye-
So that's one of your other pages. So Uncle Louis the Millwright. That's that. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm gonna add in here a business page. Um, this is where it gets so one of your so Alan dot Sedin, that is considered a personal business page, the way I look at it. Okay. Your personal profile, let me see if I can let me just copy this here over as well. Okay. Your okay. Um And for the purpose of this exercise, I'm going to focus on your Alan Sedin, not Uncle Louis the Millwright. Okay. I'm going to do a search for Alan Sedin, and here you are right there. And, interesting. That is that is your page. I think that's your personal profile. I think that is your personal profile. Okay. Alan Sedin, card, see pages. Oh, wait. There you go. This is a page. Okay, my mistake. Okay, so this is your page. So that is your personal profile. This one here. That is your personal, and this is your page.
Okay, so the personal one is the clown face, and
No,
the
no,
other.
no. The clown face is your page.
Okay,
Okay, that's a page, meaning it's a business page. The clown face one. Okay. Your personal is the one that says Alan.Sedin.
and that Alan Dotsadine, that's my personal one. Okay,
Right. Right.
so
And let's see here. So when we look at the intro, this is your intro, right? This is your intro. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna put the intro there. And then what is your profile? Okay, creator. So it's pointing right now to Uncle Louis the Millwright, right? But it's not pointing to your page, which is this one, right?
okay,
So this is where um, it's pointing to this page, which I think, so it's your personal pointing, because people are gonna look you up. And so when they look you up, they're gonna say he's the creator of Uncle Louis the Millwright, right?
okay.
And then um right, and then it has the website, so that's fine. It has the website here. Okay, so note, I think that either you have to add the page to Alan Sedane, right? Um, which is this one, Alan Charles. I think that you may have, I don't know if it's possible to change it, but I think Charles is your middle name. I think you have to um I would I would try to see if we can later on if we maybe change change the name or the URL, change the URL to something else. Because no, maybe not. Well, let's try. Maybe Alan Sedin, artist or something like that. Um, but I'm not sure if you can or not, but we'll see if we can. All right. Um,
Is Uncle Louis Facebook page, is that a page as well?
yeah, that's a page. Yeah, that's a page. And so I'm gonna go check out. Let's check out the. Let me see if we covered everything here. Um, okay. All right. So let's check out your Alan Sedin. This is Alan Sedin right here, and I'm gonna copy this and Alan Sedin,
And that one with the clown face, that's my business page, right?
Alan Sedin. No, hold on a second. Which one with the clown face?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the shoes.
yeah, yeah. That's your with the with the clown face. I guess we can put in here
Yeah.
clown face. Okay, and then we'll put in here description. Oops. Okay, and then call to action is your phone, email, and website. Okay. Your phone, website, and email. Okay. So you
Okay.
have all of those in there. And then um, to, oops, think change the URL if possible. Okay.
Thanks so much. It was such a mess for many years. You can probably tell that right now.
No, no, it's fine. So let's go here, Uncle Louis the Millwright. And so you have phone number, email, phone number and email only. Okay. Um, phone number. So here we have phone number and email. So what I would recommend, um, what do you want to, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly talk about this, but what do you want to do with Uncle Millwright, Uncle Louis the Millwright? What do you want to do with that?
Um, Once again, just to keep it because it's a trademark up here in Canada, so I didn't want anybody to take it.
Take it, but what do you,
I was doing him as a weekly cartoon, and I haven't done it for about 3 years. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays was
okay,
always a new cartoon, and I haven't done that for 3 years.
okay, but you do the cartoon, but what is the future vision for Uncle Millwright?
Haven't got one.
Okay, so you don't have a vision, right? Because if you think about Uncle Louis the Millwright, it's really considered a separate entity,
Yeah.
if you think about it really. So if you don't have any, you know, is it worth something? Like, can you possibly sell that to somebody? Is
What in the past I've done souvenir coffee mugs. I'm meeting somebody, they do embroidery, so I like to have that logo of Uncle Louie put on the back of my clown shirts when I'm at festivals and so on.
okay.
I use it
Uh,
as branding.
okay. Um, all right. So I think right now what we want to focus on is revenue generating things that's going to help you generate revenue, right?
Right now.
Um, so if you are if you start mixing all these different things, if you tell people to go, you know, to Uncle Louis the Millwright, Alan Sedin, or whatever, you have the people don't know, right?
Yeah, it's confusing.
Yes. Okay. So, let's just move on. Okay, for now. Okay. All right, so let's go to Instagram. All right, so let's go. Did I put the description? No, I didn't put the description here. And the other thing also is that when you remember I told you that the Google looks at your phone number,
Uh-huh.
okay? Um, so when you associate your name and phone number to different pages or Facebook page or whatever, Google doesn't, Google's confused.
Hmm.
Google doesn't, Google's thinking, "Hey, is this guy trying to scam the system? Is this guy a legitimate person? Is this guy, is this entity a real business?" Right? And if you confuse Google, then Google's gonna, say no. I mean, this guy is not real, or this guy's a imposter, or this guy's whatever, right?
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to bring clarity to Google and say, oh, that's Alan Sedin. Okay. Anybody searching for Alan Sedin, we'll take him there. Oh, they're looking for their Facebook. We'll take him there. They're looking for Instagram for Alan Sedin. Oh, we'll take him there. But if somebody's typing up, oh, how do I find Alan Sedin on Facebook? Google's like, oh, he's got three different places. Where do you want him to, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know this.
Right. So Google is only a robot, and if you are confusing the heck out of Google, then Google is not going to know what to bring, or So anyway, so let's proceed with Instagram, and um, so then let's go do a search for Alan Sedin, and here you are. So then there, I put that there, URL, and the CTA is the website. Okay, set is the website. Okay. Then, oops, current CTA website. I don't know why it, oh, you know what? It's the website, and then also I put in here, oops, you don't need to put that in there, but it's okay. I'm just gonna copy whatever you have there, okay? Uh, okay. Um, just gonna put here Alan Sedin. So, you know, the top, this portion is in Instagram is it's a very valuable real estate, meaning valuable. And so you're utilizing Alan Sedin link, which is already there, so it's not necessary. So you can probably put more information there than you need to, you know, put, I guess, or to describe who you are. Okay.
No, that's on. No, what? Where is that? That's Instagram. And what do I have to put in?
That's that you can probably best way to do that is within the Instagram, the app. Okay.
Okay,
Um, yeah. So I know we're going through this like really fast. You
that's
you
okay.
know, you're gonna have access to the recording, so don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay,
So right now I'm just doing a real fast drive-by of everything to kind of document everything. Okay.
okay.
Now, do you have on Instagram? Let's see here, Uncle Louis the Millwright. Let's see here, Uncle Louis Millwright. Right? Nope. Okay. So if you want to, um, if you're concerned about capturing the copy, I mean the trademark for that brand, you also want to probably get a separate Instagram account for that as well.
Okay.
Just FYI, okay? So I'm just gonna put in here, right? In the note portion here, right? Um, get account for Uncle Louis the millwright. So the millwright, okay? What we're doing here is you're getting, so just because you have a Facebook account or you have an Instagram doesn't mean that you can like work on all of these accounts. It's a lot of work to you probably know how hard it is to maintain and post on social media, right?
Yeah, one. Never mind the five.
So, so what I'm saying is just because you get the account doesn't necessarily mean you have to work on it. And just like just because you have a Facebook page for Uncle Louis the Millwright, you don't have to post on it. Okay?
Yeah,
Maybe you could post one or two items and then just leave it, but you're just getting it um to reserve it. Okay?
yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's go look at LinkedIn next. Okay?
And I do have
LinkedIn,
a listing for that I haven't used for a while.
it's fine. Alan Sedin. Okay. And let's see if you are there. You go right there. All right. So Alan Sedin. Um, okay. I would just right off the bat, I would um I would put in here note here. Okay. Put a picture of your face. Okay. Right. We live in this, people look at that as Uncle Louis. Oh, you also put in here Uncle. Okay. So um I think that, yeah, I guess you're trying to brand and um yeah.
Should I just rename that? Can I do that?
I think
Rename it?
I think you should rename it to just Alan Sedin. Uncle Louis the Millwright. It's not, as it really depends on what you're trying to like what is it that this is like most businesses, including myself and every businesses out there, is that what do you want to, what is your goal? What's your ultimate goal with, short term, long term? And you may not have the answer, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I think you're putting that in there, but is it really serving you? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something that you have to figure out. Um, put a picture of the face, maybe change the name. Currently it's okay, and right there. Oops. Okay. And right here's what's the CTA. So if I look at here, what is the CTA? You have the website and it's asking contact information. So main CTA is the website, right? And just want to make sure it has the same website. Okay. Okay. And then about here. Okay. Whoa, what is that? I've never seen that. Is that your old email address?
Do what's it? Because it's been a while since I've last.
Okay, so it says mymts.net.
Never heard of that before. Ouch. That's why we do these audits.
Exactly. You'd be surprised when I do audits for certain real estate agents, and like they are showing up in like multiple brokerages. So you know they're still listed in their previous where they
Oh,
previously worked at. So
yeah.
um all right. So let's go take a look at, okay, so website. Need to probably need to update not update the description, okay? And email. Okay. All right. So let's go continue and look at your employment here. Oh, 25 years. Um, so this is a duplicate, right? So right now, really, it doesn't, LinkedIn is not a big, in my opinion, right? Well, maybe yes and no. It may be, it may be not. So that's why I'm saying clearly, like, who's your avatar? Who are you trying to, if when you do wonder shows, you're catering, your end consumers are the end consumers. Whereas when you do events, your avatar are corporate, right?
That's right.
And so now within LinkedIn, how would how would you write your description thinking about that? You have to think about that, and you have to write your experiences here, accordingly, right? So the problem is that you are one person, one solopreneur. Okay, you're one person, a one man shop, and
Yeah.
this takes time. Right
Yeah.
now, we're already 50 minutes in, close to, and this is the stuff that like somebody has to do it. It's either you or somebody like us, right?
Yeah.
Um, but right now we're just doing a quick drive-by, right, of
Yes.
everything. All right, so I'm gonna put in here, need to update employment as well. All right, company page. All right, so let's say, so I don't even know if you have companies. So if because you're a solopreneur, you don't really typically need a company page, but a possible company page for you to reserve is Uncle Louis the Millwright. So I would say that possibly what you want to do in the future is I'll put in here NA, okay? But you know, uh I'll put in here maybe a good idea to create a company page for Uncle Louis the Millwright. Okay. All right. Well, TikTok is no longer around, so we don't have to worry about
Hmm.
that.
No, eh?
And then X, you probably don't do Twitter, so
No.
I don't think that, we have to focus on that. Pinterest, this is something that you may do later, right?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you don't. You probably don't have Yelp,
No.
okay? So that's pretty much it. Everything else is related to real estate, okay?
Okay.
So um, the other thing that we do in here is what I would typically do an audit. I would, if we're hired to do a Google Business Profile optimization, this is some of the things that I look through, right? But for the purposes of this training, we're pretty much done with the audit. Now, one last thing before before we finish up is, thinking about all of the brands, or not all of the brands. You only have Uncle Louis the Millwright. So
Yep.
what I would say to you is focus on Alan Sedin.
Okay. Just that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So when you post things on social media, let's just say, because what in the next coming weeks and months, right, I'm gonna help you push and create content and push out content on social media. When you are trying to decide where do I push it, forget about Uncle Louis the Millwright. Just focus on Alan Sedin
Okay.
for the time being.
Very, very good.
Okay.